The GRE test goes online. Yes, you'll be able to take the test from your home. This is in response to the lockdown situation arising on account of the COVID-19. It's a response by ETS to ensure that students will be able to take the test in time so that they'll be able to catch application deadlines for universities and business schools should they choose to apply for next academic year. So from when onwards can you take this test online? You already will be able to. The test has started being administered online from April 2020. They started it in the last week of March for select countries, but from April 2nd, 2020, they've rolled it out to the entire world with the exception of two regions. One is mainland China and the other is Iran. Now, is this going to be a proctored test? Yes, it's going to be a human proctored test. ETS is going to be using the services of this organization called ProctorU to proctor your test. What's the structure of the test and what is the fees? The structure and the fees remain unchanged. The examination is going to have two AWS sections, one analysis of an issue and the other analysis of an argument. You'll have two verbal reasoning section and two quantitative reasoning section as you used to do in the regular test the way ETS used to administer in the past. The fees for the test in India and most part of the world is $205. For those countries such as Nigeria and mainland China where the fees was a little higher, it continues to be the same thing. The fees has not changed, it remains unchanged. Key facts. What are the requirements, system requirements that you need to have to be able to take the test? Let's start with a computer. You'll be able to take the test only on a desktop or a laptop computer. You will not be able to take it on a handheld device. Mobiles and tablets, you cannot use it to take the test. What's the operating system? No Apple operating systems are possible. MacBook, Mac, iOS systems are not possible. You necessarily will have to use a Windows-based desktop or a laptop. Windows operating systems 10, 8 or 7 will be required to both install the ProctorU software and the ETS testing browser. The system will have to have speakers. It could be an internal speaker if you're using a laptop, or it should be an external speaker. Note, you cannot be using headsets. You will not be allowed to use wireless earphones. Your system also needs to have access to a microphone so that you are able to talk, you are able to answer questions asked by the ProctorU team. The microphone should be an internal microphone or it could be an external microphone. This is also used so that the ProctorU team can basically record any noises or sound that arise from the room in which you are taking the test so that you don't get any help of any kind that would make the test, the integrity of the test compromised. You cannot be using, again in this case, a mic which is a part of the headset, or you'll not be able to use any wireless earphone mics. Lastly, the system needs to have a camera. It could be an inbuilt camera as is typically the case with laptops, or it could be a separate webcam. Note, this webcam should have the feature so that you're able to show 360-degree view of the room in which you're taking the test. So do not have a webcam which is hanging on a wall so that you will not be able to show them the 360-degree view. The entire equipment requirement is provided in this URL. I've also provided a link to this URL in the description. So you'll get to know, and there is a link which lets you test your system, whether your system is compatible with being administered this home-based one. So you can test it before you pay the fee. How are you going to schedule the test? You have to schedule the test, obviously. You don't do anything different to start with. You go to the ats.org/GRE website, the usual website, open your account and sign up for a test the way you'll usually do. Pay the fees, which is the fees for your particular country. Subsequently, on completion of this, you'll receive an email from ETS, which will have a link. The link will take you to ProctorU's website. And in ProctorU's website, you will create an account and you'll schedule your test at ProctorU. Any questions that you might have, ETS has done a phenomenal job of listing down all common questions that typical test takers would have in this new change scenario. It's very, very comprehensive. They've also provided with you email and numbers where you can reach out to them to have any of your doubts clarified. The link for their FAQ is provided here. I've also linked it in this video's description. So how do you go about preparing for it? You know that the test can be taken at home, so you don't need to wait for the testing centers to open. Similarly, you don't need to wait for a coaching class to be available for the social distancing norm, for the lockdown to get over, to start your GRE preparation. Visit online.visaco.com. Try our comprehensive GRE online quant course. Start it free. Couple of topics are available free for you. If you like the UI, if you like the testing methodology, you can always convert it into a paid course and open the topics behind the paywall. And before that, if you still want to keep yourself engaged with the GRE preparation, we have a lot of free practice questions on our website. Visit pq.visaco.com. Best wishes for your GRE preparation.